Well, YouTube, October 7th, 2022. It's Friday, 2 days after Wednesday when I was in our Municipal Works Operations Center over there. That's our building, people, not theirs. They're servants. They are allowed the use of while they perform their public duties, obligations, and responsibilities. Now here's the site where we cleared out the double wide. Now this was an absolute urgent operation. I put down some of my other work to come in and serve my hometown. Born and raised here. Oh, and look at all the cars on a Friday. Well, there's just as many cars here today as there was on Wednesday, and I guess they're not officially open today. Just like our parliament. It's not officially opened. It's not a seating parliament. But they have no problem spending us into total bankruptcy. Now that yard over there is where the police park their cars. They're in and out of here all the time, so they're neighbors. So the RCMP, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, who are a private corporation hired by the corporate government of Canada. It's a corporation, people. It was incorporated, just like the Township of Langley. Incorporated in 1873, a corporation. It's a stack of papers. It's an artificial entity where people who do bad things hide behind corporate liability. Well, Mr. Kyle Kavanaugh said over and over again this was absolutely urgent because they've hired so many people, they've got no parking. They're parking in other lots over there. And this was supposed to be 8 additional parking spots for everybody. Now, I had this cleared out almost 2 weeks ago. And they said that they told the owner, who's another pack of crap, and that's why Kyle had to come in as trustee, because he was lying and cheating to me left, right, and center, that this job had to be out of here. It was absolutely urgent. They were absolutely ready to come in and clear this out, get the development going. And here it sits. They've done nothing. So that's false misrepresentation. Okay? I should have been in the hospital. I suffer from diabetes. And I just got out of the hospital. I just got released. And while I was sick, I was still out here completing my contractual obligations. My word is my bond. I stand in honor for everything I do. And even when I'm sick and I should be in the hospital, I get the job done. Not like those liars. Little megalomaniac autocrats. Look up those words, people. And also, I want you to YouTube the Milgram experiment, otherwise known as the Stanford experiment, where they took a group of college kids, middle class, above average education, and they took them out and they wanted to investigate the prison psychology of guards versus prisoners. And what they did is they split the class into two. Okay, they took them to a real prison. They had the guards there, explained to them their prison duties and walk them through it. And then they separated the other half and took them to the prisoners. And they explained to the students what they could expect. Now, these were all friends. These were all people, men and women, in a university setting. And the Milgram experiment, once it began, within no time, within 72 hours, those college students who were friends, who had taken on the role of guards, okay, became so sadistic that they began to physically abuse their fellow students. Well, we got some. He's not officially sweeping the streets today, okay? Because they're closed for business. And that's why everybody's showing up on their day off. Lies. They're all in there in our building, not theirs. So the Milgram experiment had to get shut down within 72 hours because those people, the boys and girls in college, began to physically abuse and torture their fellow students. Well, that's exactly what's going on there. Those little autocrats in there, who are there for 3 reasons. Initially, because they're all lazy, okay? But they're there for pay grade, power, and pension. And they believe that because they have taken the job of municipal employees, civil servants, they are our servants, not our masters. That they believe that they have the right to deny me, a law-abiding man, access into my building. Okay? Well, we're going to correct the record. Okay? Now, here's the book. Here's their book. And this is just my little carry around. I've got 4 others that are at home. Now, there's over 1,400 pages in here. Now, criminal code. That right there is the key word. Code. What's a code? Well, if you study World War II history, you'll remember the Enigma machine, and a code is a secret language designed to confuse and disorient the enemy. Okay? And that's exactly it. This was written by a corporation and a bunch of crooked, deceiving lawyers. Okay? You will read through this. Number 8 font. There's probably 3 million words here, and I've read through them all forward and back. Nowhere in here will you ever find the words man or woman. Okay? Because a corporation can't interface with a man or woman because they are below the structure of God's law. The structure of natural law is God created this world. And then he created man. And man got busy. And there was a bunch of public things that need to be done for the good of all men and women. So man decided to create government. And government decided to create corporations. And corporations are the bottom of the totem pole. And corporations, such as municipalities, have only servants, the lowest on the totem pole. Men and women of this world are the masters. And it says so in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 to 27. And God made man and gave him dominion over this earth. And all we have to do is stand up and be responsible. Okay? These people have lied. They've cheated. They never got back to me. And they all stand accountable, including the RCMP, who believe they are above the law, who can arbitrarily dictate what their feelings are and override. If you know how to read code and decipher code, which I have, okay, the police are as accountable, if not more, to the men and women of this nation than any other people. We give them the precious right to enforce our laws, not the corporate laws, corporation policy. That's why you'll see police policy on their uniforms. And if you go to the RCMP website, you will see specifically, because of all the impersonations and murders across this country by people in the RCMP and portraying to be the RCMP, that they must provide, upon demand, their name, their badge number, their business card, and their Solicitor General issued ID. If they do not, they are out of uniform. Do your research, people. I have. Oh, more people not officially working today. Okay, people, we're going to keep this under 10 minutes. Okay? As Judge Judy said, document, document, document. Kyle Kavanaugh is a liar. Where are the spaces? Where's the work crew? I mean, all our equipment is right over there. It's over there, ready to be done. Right? This was an absolute urgent job. Okay? Set down other work, and I came in to help my hometown. They haven't even cleaned up. I put everything in a pile, and I got the okay from Kyle Kavanaugh that was it. The crew was going to come in and finish it up, because the slime ball owner that I contracted with, he didn't want to come out and pay me extra money to bring it in. I don't work for free. So there we go. Expect excellence. That's what's behind that locked door. And again, look at that little fake park ranger as he walked through the door, covering up his identity. Megalomaniacs, believing that they are above men and women of this nation. You're nothing but servants, and you will obey. So we're going to do some house cleaning and get those rats out of our buildings, every one of them. We'll talk to you soon, people. It's only just begun.